there is inspiration that has been sent to you from your creator to help you. But when you are hard-headed, how's it supposed to get in? Usually people like to hide their problems. That's common for people, is to hide their problems. Now, when you hide your problems, they bond together. And what happens is it forms, in a way, it forms walls. So here's some walls. This is a new diagram, but to show you, here's some walls around your head because you are holding on to your problems and you think your problems are you. And so since you don't want to look like you have issues, you hide your issues and they harden up and they cause you to have a thick skull or become hard-headed because you've decided, I've had issues with money all my life. That's just the way I am. Have you ever heard somebody say that before? It's just the way I am. And you're like, oh, okay, whatever. But when people decide this is just the way I am, it like forms this fortress of like, this is how I am. I just have issues. So it makes you have like this block around your head, which makes it tough, makes it super tough for inspiration, inspiration to come over and get in. It can't. It's like, where's the door? I can't find the door. Where I can't. Oh man, this person's hard-headed. Okay, so let's have a little bit of confession. If you've ever noticed that you are hard-headed, click the raise the hand button. It's confession time. Have you ever caught yourself going, man, I'm hard-headed? Oh man, I just shut down that thought. I'm just so stubborn would be another one, or not open for opinions. Right? It's confession. All right, thanks for the confession. So then what happens is ideas try to get in because in the air, there are all kinds of signals in the air. And I don't know if you realize this or not, but there is inspiration that has been sent to you from your creator to help you. But when you are hard-headed, how's it supposed to get in? Are you the kind of person who thinks you can be hard-headed and get all the answers? It's like, no, hard-headed means a block, a block, a block, a block. Have you ever heard the term think outside the box? You ever heard that before? I'm sure you've heard that before. Think outside the box. Thinking outside the box means tune in to the inspiration that's sitting around your hard head. That's what it means. It means the box is the fact that you have some stubborn side to you, very opinionated, and it's just formed over the years. And the reason why it's formed, it's because you have some things that are not okay that you've accepted and you've taken on that's just how you are. And so you're hiding your issues, and those issues form walls, and then those walls form this hardened surface. And then inspiration is on the outside of your box. There it is. It's right there. But yet, on the inside, you have a problem. On the inside, you have challenges that you still think that will never be fixed. And so those challenges sit on your thinker, and they're just stuck in here, and it plugs up your thinking. And then you have panic attacks, You have anxiety. You could slip into depression. You could go quiet. You could get explosive. You could get critical. You could get sharp with the people you care about. It causes you to have behavior that's not your normal behavior. It causes you to yell. And afterward, you're like, why did I just do that? Why did I just yell that bad? Why did I get so mad? Because your hard-headedness is blocking the inspiration. Your inside still has the same challenges that you don't know what to do. You can't think clearly. And then it transfers down and starts to mess with your emotions, and it messes with your ability to get up and go. Wow, right? So it makes sense. We should address this. Like, this could be a big game changer for you. I've seen so many cool things happen to people who decide to pull this box open, to open it up so that a little bit of this inspiration that could come in, just to see that it's possible. Okay, so let's talk about how to open this box up and change what's happening for you. Now, I shared the details of my story, but I'm going to write them all out for you now. Okay, so you're going to get a book or a journal or a pad of paper or your typewriter or your computer. And what's the first thing you're going to do? First thing you're going to do is you're going to document the challenges you're facing. Now, I don't think that this should be a public journal. I think this is most likely going to be a private journal, something that you are working through. So choose wisely where you put this information. But number one, write down the challenge. It's hard to fix something when you don't even really know what it is. That's why it's important to write down the challenges, because you kind of need to identify, what is this? What really is the problem? Because you might not even know what it really is. So you get your journal, you get on your computer or your cool pink typewriter and type, write, itemize your challenges. Consciousness and awareness is a huge step to cleaning things up. You got to know what you're facing so you have better ideas like what you need to be able to solve that problem. That's why writing down the challenges is a very, very liberating step. You might be shocked at how many you have, or you might be shocked at how few you have. You might think you have 100, but then when you're done, you're like, wait a minute, I only have 7. 7 problems can feel like 100. And if you're like, Kirk, I don't know what problems I'm looking for. Okay, look at these. You know, do you have problems with food? Do you have problems with people? You know, you could use this little quick review, kind of check in with yourself and see where you're having challenges. Just check in. These are some common categories. This is not all inclusive. I mean, this is just a very brief list of categories. You could definitely add to this category, but you can look here to be able to find where you probably are having some challenges. Then you go to your journal or your computer and you document, itemize each challenge, and you write out what you think the challenge is. What is the problem? Then, with writing down the problem, write down the questions you wish you had answers to. Now, remember, I'm teaching you how to be a better problem solver. Because if you can solve problems better, you can move, my friend. You can move. You're not stuck with that hard head and thinking that you're going to spend the rest of your life with the same problem. Okay, so number one, write down the challenge. Number two, underneath that challenge, write the questions that you have that you wish you had the answers to. Notice how this is following along with my story. Because if it works for me for 17 years, oh, sorry, I've been doing the class for 17 years, been doing this, but it's been for 11 years, correction, 11 years. If it's helped me for 11 years and I'm still going strong with this, yeah, like attracts like, so it's going to work for you too. But maybe, maybe, I don't know, maybe you've got thicker head walls. I don't know. Maybe you're like this. Is this how you are? Maybe you've got like massive blocks on your head. I don't know. But no matter what it is, they can still be moved. Just so you know, even if you're like the most stubborn person in the world, you still have a chance. You do. Okay, write down the challenges, itemize them, write down the questions that you have, that you wish you had answers to, that you believe will help you solve the challenge. Then do you remember what the next step is? Next step is go to sleep. You go to sleep. So you've got this, and then it's nighttime, and you go to sleep. So that's going to be natural. That one you can handle. That's just going to happen at the end of the day. You'll either pass out or you go to sleep. Then what do you do next? Get up early. Now, before you panic and think, I can't get up at 3:30, Kirk, before you tell me you can't do something, notice I didn't put a time. But Kirk, you were woke up at 3:30. I know, because I'm stinking hard-headed. God had to shake my soul to get me to get going. That was a problem. It wasn't a blessing. It was God going, get up. Come on, get up, Kirk. And you're just like, get up, because I didn't know what to do. But see, I've since learned that if I get up early and I have written down my challenges and I've got the questions and I get up early, I put myself in that peaceful moment. Now, I will say, I have met some people who tell me that their peaceful time and their most inspired time is around midnight, 1 o'clock in the evening, which if that is you, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Maybe you don't go to sleep. Maybe you just stay up late and you get into that zone. Maybe that's you, but it's a small percentage. Like out of 10 people, there's like 3 out of 10 are evening inspirers. They get inspired in the late evening. Me, I just fall asleep. There's no way. I crash. I go to sleep. So it doesn't mean you're different or weird or bad. It's just you're part of that group that can do better in the evening. So if that's you, you do that. But you got to get to that space where it's quiet. Quiet. Now, all right, I will say there are some people who function very well in high chaos. That's so strange to me. But I've supported people in that where they just need blazing music. They need crazy going on around them, and then they can get calm. Now, that's a tiny percentage. That's like less than 1 out of 10 are like that. Now, if that's you, you do it. So if you found your calm spot, you found your peaceful zone, then go there, but go prepared. You found it. So I'm not trying to change your peaceful zone, but if you've not found your peaceful zone, then I'm sharing with you what I did. Okay, so write down your challenges, write down the questions that you have about those challenges, and then go to sleep, get up early because you're attempting to get up and having a calm time. And I'll tell you that 3 to 4:30 time in the morning, boy, the whole planet, in the dark side of the planet where people are still sleeping, but they're almost waking up, there's just a lot of cool energy that happens in this time frame between 3 and 4:30 in the morning. Okay, then you get up, then what happens? I know you're gonna say, eat cereal. No, you eat your cereal after, or your smoothie or your steel cut oats. You can have those after, because you want to keep the brain like, okay, review what you wrote. Review it. Read the challenge. Read the questions that you've wrote. Review it. Read the questions. Wonder what to do. Not wonder like, I don't know what to do. It's like, I wonder what I could do to solve this challenge. You're just wondering, you're searching. It's another word to put in here is search. All of your thoughts. Search, search, search. Let me tell you why this step is so valuable. Okay, so I'm not going to have your hard-headedness be that thick, but let me show you something that's really fascinating that I've watched and discovered over the years of coaching. So let's say this is your hard-headedness and you've got it blocked. So you are searching your mind, looking for an answer to the challenge you face. When you search your mind and really wonder, you'll start to really dive into the nooks and crannies of your brain, looking for an answer. When your mind figures out that it cannot find the answer inside your mind, it opens to look around it. It looks inward, but when it's exhausted all the nooks and crannies, it then goes outward to search. And so that's why searching your mind for the answer in a positive way, like you really are looking, and any idea that comes to you, you want to write it down because you want to exhaust your mind search so that there's nothing it can find. And when it can't find anything in here, it will open up and be open to outside ideas, only after it has exhausted all the possibilities that are inside the mind. So when you are wondering what to do, any idea that comes to you, write it down. You're going to have ideas of things to do. And another thing that's going to come to you is people to call, or people to go see, or people to talk to. Those are two things that are most prominent when you begin to really search your mind, and it opens up to what's around the mind. Is it'll give you ideas of things to do and also people to connect with that will help you.